Yeah, and we're staying with the ULEZ charge now because there are calls to scrap it entirely for charities operating within the zone. Thomas Magill has been speaking to one which provides meals to the homeless. They say money that they should be spending on food is being swallowed by the cost of paying charges in central London.
Packing up this week's produce from fruit and veg to ready meals.
Normally we give them 15 to 20 items per person. So one of our main item is hot meal, and many items like these bakery items and bananas and some sandwiches they can use next morning and next day in lunchtime. So we give them enough items so they can survive for the next 24 hours.
Salim uses 2 vans to collect food every Friday from this depot in Park Royal. From there, it's off to the Strand in central London. He pays the ULEZ charge for one van and the congestion charge on both, and says this money should be spent on helping the growing number of vulnerable people turning up looking for help.
Last year we paid more than £3,000 just in congestion charges and ULEZ. And it's very frustrating for charities, and they say we cannot afford, we have to stop our operations.
Transport for London says there was a £61 million scrappage scheme in place when ULEZ was introduced, and a further £110 million will be available in January ahead of the zone's expansion. They also say they're happy to meet with the charity.
Hello, Mum.
Maggie has been coming here for years and now has her own flat, but like many others she's struggling with bills and says food from places like this has been a lifeline.
If it wasn't for access for food, I would have been starving on the street. All these volunteers, if they didn't come, we wouldn't have this. It would probably just be stealing out shops.
Well, many have been standing for over an hour here tonight, and during that time the queue has grown. But this charity has been serving food here on the Strand for the last 7 years, and the volunteers who are here every week say it's not just the length of the queue that has changed.
We're now seeing an increase of parents with young families and elderly people coming.
We also have some chicken biryani and a salad.
As temperatures are expected to remain cold in the coming days, there's concern here this queue will keep growing as people struggle to survive. Thomas Magill, BBC London.